Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Squawking1200. Big news. X-Plane 11.10 release candidate 2, hot off the press. Went away for a little bit of a dinner break, came back, and boom, update. That was super exciting. So we're going to use the Just Flight Piper Arrow 3. I want to get rid of that. I don't know if that's saved. Did not. I want to get rid of that. We're going to be doing a little VFR flight from Kilo Bravo Delta Lima to Kilo Bravo India Delta. We're going to take the Just Flight Piper Arrow 3 as I just said. Let's see. Going to get this thing fired up. Battery.
INTL information Bravo.
Turn off the avionics.
1300 Zulu weather. Wind
Turn off the
200
avionics.
8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4000.
Alright, pilot to ATC seems to
dew point -20.
want to participate
Altimeter
a lot.
3011.
Phew, go away. Alright, so we're going to go beacon on. Fuel pump on. Fuel pump off. We're going to do fuel selector. We're going to go to left tank. Fuel pump on.
Remain on power.
Fuel pressure looks good. We're going to crack the throttle. We're going to get the fuel to peak out down there. I think that's kind of how it goes, and then we're going to go one. Bring the mixture up. Turn on the alt. We can leave the prop alone. Fire up the avionics. Get back to our ATIS.
Bradley INTL information Bravo.
Bravo.
1300 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 8. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4000 scattered. Temperature 4. Dew point -20. Altimeter 3011. Arriving runways 2419. Departing runways 2419. Advise on initial contact you have Bravo.
So we have information Bravo with pilot to ATC. Let me see, I need to get this going over here. This meaning the chat box, excuse me. Field elevation, let's see, we're going to go to 3011, should be about 2. Yep, right about.
Remain on power.
Yeah, right about there. Good, good. Plenty of fuel for this flight. We're going to use pilot to ATC. We're going to do a VFR flight. We're going to go follow the Connecticut River, and then we're going to go east. Fly to the first big island that we see. It's not that big. Turn on some more nav lights. We don't need pitot heat. That's the landing light. We can save that. We're going to put our destination in here just for fun.
So right there is a good spot here, shuttle. They're going to go to runway 6, and I don't want you to
Kilo
block off that turn.
Bravo India
Other than 21 or 23?
Delta. And one of the cool things about where we're going to be landing, I have the Pilot Plus scenery, so it looks really nice. So we got this. Let's see, spark plugs are falling up when unburned fuel accumulates.
All Center 494, Bradley Ground, runway 6, taxi via Sierra Charlie, wind calm, altimeter 2991. It's essentially the same weather.
Okay, we'll pick up the new one, 2991.
I was idling a little bit too low. Oil temperature's up to temp. We're gonna whoa, 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 whoa. Little aircraft. That usually does it. Leave the engine at 1200 RPMs or so. Let's call for our VFR clearance. Clearance delivery, we're on that channel. We're going to use, before I do that, I want to crank up the world traffic. What time is it? It is 14:19. We're going to use 5,500. We're at 14:30. We're going to probably be an hour and a half. 15. We'll just say 1600. We're going to go number of GA flights for the arrival airport. Let's get that cranked up and make it look like a crazy day down there. Generating flights, 228. If you didn't catch the first 30 seconds of the stream, we are using X-Plane 11 1.0 Release Candidate 2. Syncing ground routes, and not done. Come on. Let's go. Almost. Getting there. You're getting there, though. Alright. So, get my pad and pencil. Get our VFR clearance. Field elevation set. That's good. That's good. Piper, November 212 Bravo, ready to copy VFR clearance.
Piper 12 Bravo cleared VFR to Kilo Bravo India Delta with radar advisory service at 6,500 feet. Squawk 6564 advise of altitude changes en route. Departure on 123.9 or 5.
239 or 5. Maintain 6,500. So I'm going to use the computer to read it back.
Cleared VFR to Kilo Bravo India Delta, maintain 6,500 feet, squawking 6564, departure on 123.9 or 5, Piper 12 Bravo.
Piper 12 Bravo, read back correct. Altimeter 3011, expect runway 24, contact ground on 121.9 or when ready to taxi. Have a good morning.
Altimeter 3011, expect runway 24, ground on 121.9 or for taxi, Piper 12 Bravo.
Alright, so we'll get our squawk code 6564. And that's on. We're going to 6,500. As far as I can tell, there is no altitude hold in this. It just has like heading in the GPS. It does have like roll control. I haven't tried that yet. It's a pretty new aircraft for me. So we're going to reset the clock. And we're going to call ground. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 9er. Flip the ground, and then I'm going to put in. Actually, I think they're going to give us the tower next. 1, 2, 0, 3.
After 926 Juliet Romeo, runway 33, line up and wait.
Alright, let's get our taxi instructions.
Line up and wait, 33, 926
Piper 1-2 Bravo, ready to taxi.
Piper 1-2 Bravo taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Charlie, hold short runway 15, and runway 19, and runway 24.
Taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Charlie, hold short runway 15, runway 19, runway 24, Piper 1-2 Bravo. And now we're going to look at our taxi guide here. Alright, shorten this up a tiny bit. So pretty much we're going to make a right. We're going to go all the way to the end. Hold short, hold short, go. Anti-collision lights on. I'm going to go to pitot heat.
Fair Wings 161, Bradley Tower, runway 6, line up and wait, traffic departs, runway 33.
Roger, Spirit Wings 161, line up and wait, runway 06.
November 1 Mike Charlie, turn right on hotel, contact ground point 9.
Right on hotel underground, 461 Mike Charlie.
Now just 6 Julia Romeo, wind 3503, fly, runway heading, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Flight runway heading, clear for takeoff, 33.
We just crossed into the movement zone. Now we're on our taxiway. A lot of times pilot to air traffic control will clear you to cross before you get to the runway.
Brickyard 47 traffic will hold in position.
Oh, there's some World Traffic 3, woohoo, I love it.
Wing 161, turn right, heading 095, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 6, heading 095, Spirit Wings 161.
JetBlue, taking some vacationers.
Piper 1-2 Bravo cleared to cross runway 15.
Cleared to cross 15, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
November 6 Julia Romeo, contact.
Don't know if they got the readback correct.
Cleared to cross runway 15, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
Had a little bit of wake turbulence there. What's new in... Excuse me 1 second. What's new in version release candidate 2? I don't know. It's not immediately apparent. I think my frame rates... I don't know, it's hard to tell if they're any different. I've had to dick around with them the last couple of days. I did have a sky manipulation rebit mapping that I overwrote to go back to the default sky. So this is 100% default sky. Probably should follow this line.
Fair Wings 161, contact departure.
Spirit Wings 161, good day.
Coming up on our next.
Piper 1-2 Bravo cleared to cross runway 19.
Cleared to cross 19, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
Cleared to cross runway 19, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
If this doesn't go into the green, sometimes it doesn't pick it up correctly. Could be a number of things, but if I don't see it go green, I do the read back with the say it feature. If something comes up white, that's not necessarily a read back, so you won't get a read back response. This airplane is incredible. It's quickly become one of my favorites. I'm using X-Plane Realistic, so you hear some extra squeaking. You get the little bit of movement of the head. when you yaw right and left, kind of when you sometimes when you turn, you get the predictive head movement. Coming up on the run-up area. Just getting a bunch of text messages, if you can hear that in the background, I don't know. Let's see, the wind's coming towards us, well, from behind. Wind is at 200 at 8, so I'm going to turn. There's the police taking down somebody in the cell phone lot.
Car 47, cross on the
All right.
3, taxi via Sierra to the ramp, remain discreet.
Cross on 833,
Get rid of the yoke.
47.
Throw on the brake. Mixture up. Prop. Gonna move up some RPMs here. I'm gonna cycle the prop. I love the way the aircraft dips up and down. Good, that's good. We're gonna leave it up there. We're gonna go left mag, no big drop, little drop. Right mag, same thing. Whoops. That was the mouse button being a little bit sensitive. Alright, back down. Gonna put the landing light on. I want to check and make sure these match. This is like an automatic sync, which is really nice. So once we get to the right there.
Bravo contact tower on 120.3. Have a good morning.
Tower on 120.3. Piper 12 Bravo. So I'm gonna flip. Piper 12 Bravo ready for departure 24.
Piper 12 Bravo winds are 180 at 5 knots, cleared for takeoff. Runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff 24. Piper 12 Bravo.
Worldwide 27.
Piper 12 Bravo, you are cleared for takeoff on runway 24. Cleared for takeoff runway 24, Piper 12 Bravo.
You can proceed direct Bedford, contact spawn.
Alright, we got a spawn in right there.
0.4.
We'll let the spawn go. Someday World Traffic 3 is going to work with pilot to ATC, and that is potentially going to be, as people like to say, a game changer.
Affirmative, remain on tower.
Here we go. Going to go no flaps. Stay on target. And we're off. Holding runway heading 24.
So right there, the spotter shows they're going to go to runway 6. So move for 5, stop on a trade, proceed direct Bedford.
It was interesting, it kind of weather vaned into the wind. See right there, it's kind of it was trying to steer to the left towards 200. Hold a little bit of right rudder. Piper 12 Bravo would like a right-hand departure. Piper 12 Bravo, request right-hand departure. I'm going to have to turn down the master volume of the aircraft, which is this, and this. Drag it down. Turn that one back off. So, let's see, here we are in our pilot to ATC, our Piper. Double check that latch. Got a little slight hesitation right there. How did I over-rotate that? Maybe I wanted a left-hand departure. Oh well. And we're going up to 6,500. Love the shadow drawing. Gear up. Kind of taking the long way. Going to overfly the airport. Should have got a left-hand departure.
Piper 12 Bravo, contact departure on 123.905. Enjoy your morning.
Departure on 123.905. Piper 12 Bravo.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
Please repeat for Piper 12 Bravo.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign. Say again for Piper 12 Bravo. Piper 12 Bravo, contact departure on 123.905. Enjoy your morning.
Piper 12 Bravo at 4,000, climbing to 6,500.
Piper 12 Bravo, good morning. Radar contact.
I'm going to set kind of like a cruise climb here. Alright, now we're going to follow the river. Go a little faster than that. It's the river down right below us here. Approaching 5,000. Cruising right along. If you were with me earlier this afternoon, I had some horrible flights out in Washington State. Totally could not get the right airport numbers to sync up with flights in economy. It was awful. I'll lower the nose a little bit here. Trim it out. Trimmed it out too much. There we go. We're using zoom level 17 ortho. Pilot to ATC, world traffic 3. I'm going to check the radar right now. Actually, I'm going to turn my landing light off. Now I'm going to check the world traffic radar. And I'm going to call it Kilo HFD, Hartford. So that's the next closest airport. That's us. Lots of aircraft in the sky. Coming up on 6,500. It's a little bit above VFR. We're in the clouds. We should probably be lower, but we're under air traffic control. We're going to try to keep the river a little bit to our right. I'm going to ask for an en route descent. Let's see how this holds. Piper 12 Bravo at assigned altitude.
Piper 12 Bravo, you were garbled. Please say again.
Piper 12 Bravo, level 6,500.
Piper 12 Bravo, radar contact.
So to our left, I don't know if we've already passed it. No, it'll be coming up. Alright, gear up, flaps up. And check the fuel usage, 20 minutes. We're going to flip tank, reset, and we're holding pretty well, pretty trimmed out right here. Now we're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Maybe we can do a little research as to what the release candidate fixed. The GPU is not working at all. It's like down to 0.01, which to me warrants, like, the bottleneck seems to be coming from the CPU now. So I don't know if crank these up. I like a lot of world objects. I don't know about you guys. It's the more the better. The future wife is out having lobster rolls at a work dinner down in the big city. Ooh, it looks really good. Alright, while this is reloading, knock knock, who's there? I don't know. I didn't have any jokes prepared for today. And we're back. And the frame rate's dying. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come on, frame rates. Come on up. There we go. Come on. Give me something, frame rates. Give me something. Yeah, now it's working pretty hard. It's, that's bad. Okay, it's back. I'm going to check and make sure Windows Defender did not sneak on. Because that thing, I hate. Nope, that's still off. That's good. Pretty much the only thing that I do with this computer is game. I'm going to request an altitude change down to 5,500. Request altitude. Piper 1-2 Bravo descending to 5,500.
Piper 1-2 Bravo radar contact.
Wonder if I have to go to 4,500 because of direction. Probably. Piper 1-2 Bravo descending to 4,500.
Piper 1-2 Bravo radar contact.
Alright, I'm going to go down to 4,500. They didn't say no.
Piper 1-2 Bravo contact Boston Center on 124.85. Have a good morning.
Boston Center on 12485. Piper 1-2 Bravo.
Center on 124.85. Take care, Piper 1-2 Bravo.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, 6,300 descending to 4,500. Piper 1-2 Bravo at 6,200 descending to 4,500.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, good morning. Radar contact.
Seems alright. That's our river in front of us and to the right. That's the problem with, being VFR. We're supposed to be away from the clouds. I'm surprised, not surprised that it let us assign an altitude where we would be in the clouds. Send a little bit faster. Kind of have a little bit of a headwind coming from the right of our nose. Alright, time to run through the gauges. Make sure that these are all good. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature, amps are charging, fuel is plenty. Fuel is I need to take more out of the right tank, which we're doing. Here we are, going into the cloud bank. Pretty good. I guess I'm not really an X-Plane default cloud hater. Then again, I haven't used anything else. I do use a NOAA plugin. Gonna hold this heading, excuse me, 170. Excuse me 1 second. Alright. How you doing, Boston Center? We're doing good down here. I'm going to try to pick this up on the chart once I level off. Kind of a big body of water on our left. I see where we are. Goodspeed Airport is probably this right there. tiny bit closer to the river. We're getting pretty close to the sound. You can see down in the horizon. This will be the end of the river. So far, this is a nice flight. It's going well, holding altitude really well. World Traffic 3 seem to be working. We're using Release Candidate 2. And as soon as I point myself at the end of the river, I'm going to see if I can find Release Candidate Notes. X-Plane 11 Release Notes. Hey, Bambino Games, how are ya? Welcome to X-Plane 11 Release Candidate 2. Hey, I'm a big fan of your channel, Bambino Games. I'm holding off on buying any other monitors, and I'm going to go the headset route. Hey, Valison, welcome to the channel. We are doing a VFR flight in Connecticut. We're following the Connecticut River, following the Connecticut River to Long Island Sound. Then we're going to bank left and head to Kilo Bravo India Delta, where I have Pilot Plus scenery. We're using World Traffic 3. We're using Pilot to ATC, X-Plane Realistic, and the Just Flight Piper Arrow 3R. Yeah, I agree with you about the VR thing. Now it just kind of comes down to buying one this year, and then, you know, realistically, how soon are we going to have to buy another one when they make a major improvement come like March or April? Yeah, when I watch your streams, I'm like, oh, it just looks so good. I got to try it at the Flight Sim convention last June. Hey, thanks for the follow. And since then, I've been waiting for native X-Plane VR, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't made the switch. Now that we have Release Candidate 2, hopefully it'll be getting closer to 1.1 full, and then we'll get closer to 11.2 with the VR support. I also love Pilot to ATC for my offline stuff. Hey, welcome, Valson. And I can't wait for that to integrate with World Traffic 3. I think it's going to be a great offline experience. This airplane has actually kind of spoiled most of the other aircraft for me. Yeah, me too. I've been, as soon as X-Plane 11 came out, I've downloaded every beta. I've had very little issues. Then again, I don't really fly complex aircraft like jets. I try to stay in the general aviation family. I've had very little issues. So like today, as soon as I saw Release Candidate 2 was up, I'm like, I had no hesitation. This is Northeast United States. We are Zoom level 17 ortho. Yeah, I was just looking for release notes. Hey, Dream Reaper, welcome to the channel. Yeah, this is it's an...
Contact Providence approach on 125.75. Enjoy your morning.
Providence approach on 12575. Piper 12 Bravo.
Aircraft calling center, say again with your call sign.
Sometimes it gets that read back, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, I gotta say again.
Say again for Piper 12 Bravo.
Yeah, this arrow is just, it's amazing.
Piper 12 Bravo, contact Providence approach on 125.75. Enjoy your morning.
Okay. 12575. Backspace 75. Piper 12 Bravo at 4,400. Doesn't seem like it. I think that's why I messed up the frequency. 12575. It's one thing I learned about pilot to ATC. It reads back pretty quick. 12575. Piper 12 Bravo at 4,400.
Piper 12 Bravo, good morning. Radar contact.
Yep, I'm a member of VR Aviators. I watch that. I watch that a lot. I see some of the guys doing some of the IL-2. I forget that guy's name, but that's pretty interesting to watch. Just don't want to buy a joystick to add to this. I mean, I do, but it's one more thing. Hey, Dream Reaper, welcome to the channel. We're doing a VFR flight over southern New England. We're headed from Hartford to Block Island, Kilo Bravo, India Delta. Checked it. Yeah, that's nice. I've actually recommended your channel to another friend of mine that's considering moving to VR. So I think he's popped in. He's not really that computer savvy at all. This is pilot to ATC, Dream Reaper. I'm using World Traffic 3, which I can bring up the radar and can show you a little bit of this is the aircraft that's populated in the sky somewhere. Where am I? Right here, this is me down here. Yeah, no problem. We're all here to help each other. Yeah, I like using pilot to ATC. You get the moving map, you get the air traffic control, you get the flight planning. I'm not like a huge, I'm mostly a VFR type of pilot, so I haven't gotten into IFR, you know, using SIDS and stars. I have not tried Pilot Edge yet. I've done a couple little VAT sim things. But a lot of people, they stream Pilot Edge, so I decided I was going to stream Pilot to ATC because nobody was doing it on a regular basis. I mean, there was a few demos of it, but not anybody that regularly did it, so I figured it might attract some more people to my channel. But I'm at a whole 23 or 24 followers, so it's growing. But it's not been the same. You know, it'll be nice once I get over that around 50 to start, you know, get closer to being a Twitch affiliate. I just got the webcam. Oh yeah, you got to start somewhere, and and I'm not a pilot in the real world. I'm a self-taught. I've been in and out of flight simulation pretty much since Sublogic. I started getting really back into it in X-Plane 10, and then I discovered like this whole online community that I never knew really that existed. You know, I think like what I tell my kids is that you're gonna be busy during parts of your life you're not going to game, and then you're going to have other times in your life, like I do now, you're going to have a little bit more time to do it. And that's kind of what happened to me. I just kind of like stumbled back into it. Let's see, how's mine? I don't have to flip the tanks yet. Yeah, pilotage will be one of those things that I will want to tackle. But it's still, you know, trying to develop I think the ear, the pace and cadence, in understanding how to write shorthand fast enough, when to expect readbacks or instructions and readbacks, and then not getting tongue-tied and twisted up over your own readback. Yeah, I've studied some of their CAT stuff. I think I might have even streamed one time one of the untowered to untowered, using, you know, demonstrating that with Pilot to ATC maybe? Or maybe I just did it without using Pilot to ATC. I did the Boston Virtual pilot rating program too, which is coming from Nantucket to Quonset State in Rhode Island using Pilot to ATC, and I tagged them in, and they liked seeing that, you know, people were using their stuff kind of as a guide, you know, and again encouraging me to go online. Kind of can feel the right crosswind. The wind's coming 200 at 8. Yeah, it's definitely, it's not, it's $60. Dave, the developer, has been awesome at answering any questions or having any kind of like issues with it. So it offers control, you know, air traffic control when there are no controllers available, if you're, you know, versus being online. Ethan God, welcome to the channel. Doing a VFR flight. Yeah, that's fun too. I did a virtual tour of Thanksgiving. I think VR with Pilot to ATC Bambino would be another great fit. You know, you can actually turn the whole screen. You can take the screen off, and you can, if you're dedicated enough, you can train Pilot to ATC to be really fully voice activated, so you can, you know, pop out your GPS, do all your, you know, do all your dials by hand, and then just listen in. And as you're learning, you have these, you know, the say-its. So if you're unsure what to say, you can look at the list. Okay, for this, I'm on Providence. So I can request transmissions. I can ask to, you know, change altitudes. I can, you know, ask for flight following. And so these kind of help guide you as people are learning. Yeah, so I did a tour of Thanksgiving with food, and so instead of having pie for dessert, I did a baked Alaska. So I did a flight up in Alaska as my last part of my tour of Thanksgiving. Of course, I went to Turkey for turkeys. Hey, Bambino, I'll catch you. I'll come by. You know, I definitely watch your stuff on YouTube whenever I can. Yeah, thanks again for stopping by the channel. So one of the things I'm thinking the pilot to ATC, hey, you're welcome, should probably release me for frequency change, I would think. And I'm going to say the most entertaining part of my channel is the landings. It's still, I think, one of the advantages that I immediately saw with the VR headset. Yeah, the Thanksgiving trip was pretty fun. I started off with finger food, olives. So I went to Greece, did a couple flights, did some laps around Athens. Then I went to Munich, where we got some beverages, got some wine and beer. So we did some flights around Munich. Then we got some side dishes. We went to research like the origin of carrots. We went to Persia, so we did some flights in Iran. Then I went to Idaho for potatoes, and then we went to France for gravy. So I wonder if I can change frequencies. This is the one thing that sometimes pilot to ATC I wonder if I can do it.
Piper 12 Bravo inbound at 4,400 feet for VFR pattern entry runway 10.
Runway 10.
Piper 12 Bravo radar contact. Expect runway 10, expect to enter on a left downwind for runway 10 at Block Island St. Nick. Expect to enter on a left downwind for runway 10 Piper 12 Bravo.
Yeah, this aircraft has spoiled every other aircraft. I totally agree with that. And I think adding the 750 to it is an awesome upgrade. I'm still kind of going a little bit more old school.
Bravo, you are 11 nautical miles from
All right.
Block Island St. 8 radar service terminated. No tower at Block Island St. 8 frequency changed. Local traffic advisory approved. Roger, have a nice day, Piper 12 Bravo.
Alright, I gotta find remember what my CTAF is here. I think it's 1230. See if I can find this without crashing. Yeah, 12300. 12. Piper 12 Bravo, Block Island traffic, inbound from the northeast, Block Island traffic. Start some of these calls. I'm gonna throw my landing light on for fun, get that prepped, check my fuel tanks. They're still pretty even. I'll leave them as is. So entering on a left downwind for runway 10, I should overfly and then pattern entry this way. How far out am I? 8 miles. Block Island traffic, Piper 12 Bravo inbound, 8 miles out. Gonna make a pattern, gonna cross midfield, make a pattern entry for 10 Block Island. Still learning how to do CTAF calls too. I love flying over water. The frame rates just skyrocket. Yeah, this is a Pilot Plus scenery for Block Island. It's got boats. Some of the boats move. Thank you, Dream Reaper, for stopping by. Block Island, Piper 12 Bravo, 5 miles to the north, inbound for VFR pattern entry for runway 10, Block Island. This, if you haven't flown into this airport with this scenery, this has a huge amount of trees just before both ends of the runway, and it's not a long runway. So this, make sure you have your popcorn ready because it's going to be exciting. Alright, we can overfly the field, 1,500. Start to bring this back up. Mixture up, props full. Block Island, Piper Arrow 12 Bravo, 3 miles to the north, overflying for pattern entry for runway 10, Block Island.
Aircraft calling Unicom, say again with your call sign.
This is where pilot to ATC gets confused a little bit. It does not like Unicom calls. This, yeah, that's pretty funny. I pressed my push to talk button to talk to you guys. That's hilarious. This scenery, I think, is it's pretty awesome. I think the trees are a little bit like rendered a little too cloney, like they're a little too repetitive. But other than that, it's got some. It's pretty nice. It's like a minor complaint. Some people complain about the grass rendering, but it is what it is. It's better than nothing. So I'm heading over midfield. Yeah, see, it's got moving sailboats. So I'll come back in at a 45, make my turn. This line is really a nice pattern line. So if I'm making left patterns, I use this for my setup. Check my fuel tanks again. Yeah, I can probably swap. There we go. We got some wind farms going on out here. It's probably just about enough. Piper 1-2 Bravo, Block Island traffic coming in from the south to enter on a left downwind for runway 10, Block Island traffic. Probably put my gear down. I think once I see the island, I'll put my go gear down. Yeah, Bella Cool looks really neat. Everything's in good time. I think with ortho, you can kind of delay that a little bit. It's, you know, it's the 3D scenery provided by the game is awesome. You know, you can't go wrong with like Mr. X stuff. They're a little frame heavy, but that's alright. Block Island traffic. Piper Arrow on entering left downwind for runway 10, Block Island traffic. Gear down. Wait for 3 in the green. In the green. I have mostly free scenery. It's only because I live in New England and I fly this airport a lot is why I got it. Alright, the even money is on. I do a go around. Nice! That's a lot of ortho. First notch of flaps. I have Northeast US, I got Southern Cal, parts of Alaska, I got a bunch of Virgin Island stuff down there in the nice warm water. I did North Korea. I downloaded all that stuff for my tour of Thanksgiving. Block Island traffic. Piper Arrow 1-2 Bravo, turning base for 10 Block Island traffic.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, this is Westerly State Unicom. Go ahead.
Unicom, you are too late. Second notch of flaps. flaps. It's a lot different experience actually flying the low wing aircraft here at this aircraft. I have a Piper Tri-Pacer that I bought for Flight Sim Economy out in Washington State. November 213 Bravo. Take that for a spin. That Alabama Piper Tri-Pacer is another awesome aircraft. I was out there earlier today getting frustrated with, see? Ugh. Overshot here. I live in Connecticut, so I'm not too far from you. Alright. Probably really should have done a go around. That wind seemed stronger than alright, third notch of flaps. Alright, get your popcorn ready, folks. Kinda got a left crosswind here. Approach over these trees. More crosswind correction. I'm going a little slow. Need more rudder authority. This is looking not that good. Yeah, I'm going around. Yeah, that wind coming out of, it's almost like a direct left crosswind. It was pretty strong. Oh, nice! I probably bought stuff at your FBOs before. Right now, I think the Tri-Pacer is in Friday Harbor. I haven't gotten into buying FBOs yet. I didn't know how much more work that entailed. Like, it's one of those, I don't know if I've seen a good video on it, on how to manage an FBO, how to get supplies in or whatever, and fuel. Piper 12 Bravo, block island traffic, doing a go around for runway 10, block island traffic. Yeah, Flight Sim Economy is really fun. I was watching, shoot, I forgot his name. He was doing an Air Hauler 2 with P3D. That looks really fun. I was a bit jealous. Similar, but I think it was a little bit more graphically oriented on some stuff. I've seen a few cheap FBOs, but I'm going, well, if they're for sale and they're like 60 grand, nobody goes to them. I'm like, am I ever going to recover my money? It's bad enough trying to recover money from a Piper Tri-Pacer and a Cessna. Alright, gear down, first notch of flaps again. Yeah, Air Hauler, you know, it's something that I've only used Flight Sim Economy. I've seen a couple, I see one guy post pretty regularly about his Air Hauler stuff. I've seen a little bit of that. But watching Air Hauler 2 and some of the improvements, again, it's a fun time to be in flight simulation. Yeah, this landing with this scenery is pretty tricky. It's not, the trees are not as populated in the stock scenery. I don't know if Pilot to ATC just wanted to torture me, or... Alright. Go with second notch of flaps. That was a pretty neat approach last time, because I could really feel kind of the loss of rudder as I was slowing down. I'm like, yeah, it's getting squirrely. And I'm going to start my turn to final even earlier. I think because I set myself up. Okay, yeah, no, that's kind of what I do with Flight Sim Economy. That's even when I bought those planes. I pretty much knew that they weren't going to really make a lot of money. Just kind of fun to have. Okay. 3 in the green, 700 feet. See, that looks pretty right down there. We'll start. These trees are very tricky to judge, like height-wise, and I think that's where maybe a VR headset would come in. Because like you almost want to just like drop in right here. Come on. Come on. Flare, hold it. Whew. White knuckle on the ground, but hey, the landing part was good. Yeah, I think, like, you know, approaching most of the games, if you know, not to necessarily make money, but just to have fun. Piper 1-2 Bravo, clear of active Block Island traffic.
Piper 1-2 Bravo, welcome to Westerly St. 8. There is no ground control at this airport.
Yeah, it's got that airplane.
Instructions.
He moves automatically.
Come see us after you get parked.
Wow, that's all new instruction. This they must have just added this. Come see us after you get parked. That's pretty funny. This is a World Traffic 3 plane. This is a baked in. There's some down here. These are baked in. This is World Traffic 3. That's a baked in. And this is just part of the scenery package. He just kind of like goes back and forth and taxis around a little bit. This grass you can turn on or off. Some people don't like it. I didn't mind it. So it's going to pull up over here. Yeah, I think the scenery might even be on sale in the org. I think it was like $13, $15. Regularly like 15 or 19. So it was like that plus like 30% off, I think. Alright. Get right up on that line there. So, Heathen God, do you stream too? Do you have a stream or a channel? Let's see, take that, pull avionics off. It yells at me if I don't turn them off first. I'm going to follow the plugs. Off. Off. Set parking brake. 3 in the green. Turn off some lighting. Pitot heat. That's all off. Set fuel selector to off. Off. I think that's it, but why are these lights still on? I got the battery on still, that's why. There we go. So let's see, what's one of your Washington State FBOs? Like, you said Washington State or Idaho? Yeah, give me like one of your airports. I'll come by and buy some fuel. Maybe I'll take my Pacific Northwest Piper Tri-Pacer on a little cross country into Oregon. This room gets to be so hot. Oh, gotta open the door. So I got Kilo, Golf, November, Golf. U62. Okay, and S49. Cool, I'll try to swing out and check some of those out, buy some fuel from you. You know, leave some nice comments in the comment card box for you. That kind of fun stuff. Rate my FBO. I'm gonna go look. I'm done streaming for tonight. Okay, so Oregon 70 has no fuel, so I got to make sure I have a extra can in the back. All right, I'm gonna make a note of that because that would be me. I'd probably just like squeak in there on on some fumes. Do you order the fuel for your FBOs, or do you have to actually go take? I just knocked my whole drawer off my sim here. That's pretty funny. Ah! The bracket broke on my desk. I'm gonna blame that on my kids from playing too much Minecraft or something like that. Okay, so you can order fuel, but you have to fly in supplies. Okay. That's some of the things that I wasn't really quite understanding on how that worked on FBOs, and how they, how you had to, manage them. I'd imagine those aren't that busy. Where, if you had like one of the popular destinations, more management would be involved. Okay. Fuel is the same. Okay. Cool. Yeah, maybe I will venture in and buy an FBO. It would be fun, to complement my two airplanes. I have an East Coast Cessna and a West Coast the Tri-Pacer. Perfect. I gotta fix my desk. It's hilarious. Yeah. The keyboard drawer busted. Oh, where's the camera? Right there. You got to see the first on Squawking1200 desk malfunction. The parts are everywhere. All right, Heathen God, I just wanted to say thank you for coming by the channel. I wanted to thank everybody else that took the time out of their day to watch Squawking1200. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm working till 3 at least. Probably won't be streaming again till Saturday. So if you guys have some time and you want to take a look, come on by. Thanks for coming by. Okay, you got an arrow in there? Yeah, I might rent your arrow. I might, yeah. That's good. This way, no, I would probably rent it. Yeah, it'd get you some more money, so I'm gonna put like a little S49. That'll be my next one. I'll research that. Hopefully, I'll pick that off on Saturday. Get you some more virtual FBO money. Yeah, whatever's fair. I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit more expensive than like a Cessna. I think my Cessna's listed at 100, 130. That's New England. That seemed to be around the going average. I just kind of based it off of what I was seeing other people charge online, and I think I have the Tri-Pacer down at like, I'm not even sure what I put that one at, like 60, 80, 60 dry, 80 wet, or 100 wet. Oh, so you got a group too? I'm part of, what is it, Air Squirrel? I joined his group. Yeah, but yeah, no, send me a group invite. I can fly it and make us both some money. Are there any, are there passengers out there? Oh no, that good. Yeah, definitely send me an invite. I can join your VA, your virtual airline, and let's say I'd need like what? Heathen God. Like I'd have to put something at Squawking Heathen. Get an FBO name. I think I totally busted this drawer. It's going to be tricky to fix. I guess that's what Gorilla Glue is for, huh? Yeah, I found like I had a vein of it's still up on here. Actually, well, what is my? Let me check my. I might not be squawking anymore. Nope. I'm Drogi. I switched. I've been changing over most of my screen names to Squawking1200, but this is still one of my early ones. It was my Dan, my last name. Okay, so you're Heathen. Yeah, so I can type that out for you if you can't read it on your screen, just in case. Okay, so you're on the iPad. Let's see. Cap lock is on. Yeah, I should probably change that. Trying to make all my my online presence. I'd never intended to do, like, I didn't get set up to stream or play online gaming, but my kids got into it, and so they're like, yeah, I'm doing this Steam thing, I'm doing Minecraft, I'm playing this game and that game, I'm doing Discord, I'm on this chat. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta see what these guys are doing. So that's why I just kind of just threw up like my just generic name. And my Battlefield name is like, I think is Drogi424 or something like that. Again, I mostly just joined these things just to keep a handle on what my kids were doing. They're 16 and 14, so I just wanted to keep them out of trouble. Oh, I have a 208. I have the 208, but I have the old version, and it seemed like a little bit squirrely. Like, so I'm on the fence again, upgrading that Coronado 208 versus just kind of flying it as it is. Alright, Ethan, I got to run. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again for coming by my stream. Have a good night. That was really good. Bambino Games jumped in.
Bambino Games?
Yeah. He's an all VR. He's been all VR. Like, he's like one of, like, if you're going to say, hey, like, go watch this guy's streams. He's doing VR right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like when my uncle goes, I want to get a VR headset. Go watch Bambino Games. His looks really good. And then this other guy that I was just chatting with, Heathen God, he's got FBOs, fixed bases of operations, where you can buy fuel and supplies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice.
So I'm like, oh, come on, I'll rent some of your aircraft and spend some of my money out there. And then my table broke.
Your table? Oh, you lost the drawer.
I'm like, you are seeing the first desk malfunction at Squawking1200.
This is his drawer.
The bracket busted. Hilarious.
Oh shit. So how'd you play the rest of the game?
No, I was just done.
Oh, okay.
I was basically finished, and all of a sudden went dink dink.
There's lasagna fritters and there is.
Oh, I can't eat that.
Why?
Lasagna. Gotta have beef in it.
No, it's just the cheese and the meat. There's no meat in it.
There's no meat, just cheese.
No, it's
on
just
it?
cheese
Oh,
and
cool. Okay.
marinara. And then I have shrimp Alfredo if you want that.
Ooh.
Or
What don't you want?
You can have whatever. Peter's is
I'll go get this through the screw out too.
oh, it's chicken parm, so you can have that too if you want that. But the shrimp Alfredo.
I haven't eaten that.
Pork chop.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah,
get that
if
for
you
a
want the
while.
shrimp Alfredo, eat the zucchini fritters though, because they're still warm. So eat those as a.
Well, I had a big giant bowl of cereal. Yeah, throw it like right there. I'm gonna see if I can find the screw.
I can't believe that popped off.
Hilarious.
The whole thing, or just the one side?
The one side, and the funny thing is, I think there was a screw that was in somewhere. Where did I find the screw? Was it up here in the? It was up here.
Like it had already fallen off.
And I was cleaning the desk, and I chucked it.
Oh shit.
Which is pretty funny, because
Yeah,
I didn't
because
realize
it looks like there's supposed to be
Yeah.
2 of them in there.
Yeah, I'll find some
I'm
small
sure you can
ones.
find some.
And Gorilla Glue will work.
A basic one.